He's back and badder than ever, but this time he's not the super boss. This guy is. Sephiroth and the Lingering Will are amongst the hardest bosses I've ever had to play in a video game, and it's not like I'm alone. Many a gamer have gone up against these two, and outside of critical mode, at least professionally, they are terribly difficult. Yeah, I've only done one boss guide before, but I don't think it would hurt to do another. So, here are tips on how to beat both Sephiroth and the Lingering Will in Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. Take note that these are not the most definitive ways to succeed against these two, just the strategies that led to my victory against them. First things first, before attempting these guys, I'd recommend being at least level 75 or above, as well as maxing out all your drive forms. Further tips on drive form leveling can be found by going to the video in the description, but I'll at least show you an easy way to level up. If you beat the game straight through, chances are you'll be about level 55 to 60, so grinding up to level 99 may seem like a daunting task at first. To raise your level in the quickest, most efficient way possible, you must do 3 things. First, make sure you have the Gullwing keychain and experience boost abilities equipped, which combined will triple the normal amount of experience you earn once your health drops below 50%. Next, go to the World That Never Was if you're playing in 2.5, or the Pride Lands if you're playing on the PS2 version. For the World That Never Was, take damage to get to half health and defeat the enemies present in every room. For the Pride Lands, just go ham with Thunder Magic, there's not really much you need to worry about. I'd recommend having Donald's cure ability turned off for this, as he has the tendency to heal you at the worst possible times. Up to level 80 you can level up about 5 to 7 times in each visit to the world. After about an hour and a half of grinding, you should safely be at level 99. That's all I really can help you with in that area. On to items and abilities. Sephiroth isn't so bad if you've at least reached level 70, so I'd only recommend carrying 3 elixirs at most, or you could just use Mega Ethers and High Potions. For the Lingering Will, I'd advise you definitely be level 99. You're gonna reach it anyway, so might as well use it once you get it. Regarding any elixirs not used on Sephiroth, yeah, use them on Terra. Concerning any abilities, you probably didn't want to grind for as much AP as I did, so only focus on ones that you need, like growth abilities from drive forms, as well as most support abilities. I think that's all the preparation I can give, so here's what you've been waiting for: how to actually beat these battles. You can encounter Sephiroth in Radiant Garden after the end of its story. Just go to the Crystal Fissure save point, past the Great Maw where the Battle of 1,000 Heartless took place, and make your way to the end of the cliff. It's time to claim victory over Sephiroth again! Starting off, Sephiroth will unleash a fury of slashes. You can either use a reaction command for a guaranteed block, or if you're brave enough, dodge rolling is an alternate option. If you get him into a combo and then he disappears, there are a few possible moves he tends to pull off. If he spouts the phrase, "Give in to the dark," he can surround you with dark orbs, or try pulling a sword combo on you. In either case, use Reflect Magic. If he tries to lock you into a combo, try timing your reflex, but do not regain balance with the aerial recovery. It'll cancel out your once more ability, leading to a possible death. But if you do get caught up in a combo and are at low health, feel free to use the Kuriga command a few frames before he strikes to avoid taking damage. At any time, Sephi can use one of the most devastating attacks that he has. If he calls out, "Descend, heartless angel," attack him before he finishes the phrase. However, if he does complete the action, you will be dragged down to 1 HP with all of your magic depleted, despite how much you may have had. One way around this is using an elixir as soon as the halo above Sora's head vanishes. The last major attack that this villain can pull off is summoning a giant pillar of fire around him. He will say, "Perish now," when he's about to use it. If you get caught up in this, Reflect is still your best friend, but you can just slide dash out of the attack's perimeter. After reaching a certain health barrier, Sephiroth will shout the phrase, "All shall be one with me," making him even more aggressive, unleashing stronger attacks than before, indicating that the second phase has begun. The last and most unique phrase Sephiroth says is, "Let us make the future," unleashing his desperation move. Using aerial dodge and gliding in this situation is the key to survival. To finish this bad boy off, use a combo finisher, or if you're feeling fancy, use the limit form to pull off a final attack. Booyah! In short, Reflect is your best friend, and keep elixir usage to a minimum. Let's face it though, Sephiroth ain't nothing in terms of difficulty to his Kingdom Hearts 1 counterpart. The excessive mobility combined with the dry forms and new form of magic attacks made this guy a whole lot easier than the last encounter. Hope the potential Kingdom Hearts 3 one's a lot more challenging. But wait, I'm not done yet. We still have to defeat what is widely considered to be the hardest boss yet in the Kingdom Hearts series. Oh Terra, you poor, poor fool. Thinking about it now, many don't realize how deep the Kingdom Hearts lore gets outside of the confusing parts. Case in point, Terra. A once humble Keyblade wielder, Terra lived for the dream of becoming a Keyblade master. Did he actually succeed? Well, yes and no. Terra was once trained by his loving master Ericus, who opposed the darkness inside of him. Ericus' friend and fellow master Xehanort saw potential inside of Terra, which, during the events that unraveled in Birth by Sleep, led to this beauty's conception in the Badlands of the Keyblade Graveyard, the soul of Terra, the lingering will. So what possible way is there to defeat a soul in training for 10 years? Well, it's not easy. In fact, the first half of the battle was based on luck. But I'll be a liar if I said it was anything but intense. Before taking this Metal Madness on, equip the decisive Pumpkin Keyblade, as combos play an important role in this battle. If you completed all the worlds, you'll find a portal in Disney Castle after beating the game. Let's do this! Terra can pull off 1 of 5 attacks once the battle starts. He can summon his Keyblade glider and soar around the area. Dodge rolling is highly recommended in this situation. The second attack, and by far the hardest to avoid, is Curse, where the Lingering Will can take away 2 of your 4 command slots. Magic and items become useless if the orb above your head is blue, while dry forms and attacks are nullified when orange. It's hard to get out of, but knowing when he's vulnerable is crucial to setting yourself free. The third of these attacks has been dubbed the Drilling Thrust. To avoid, simply guard or use Reflect Magic. Attack number 4 is the Ultima Cannon from Birth by Sleep. There are many ways to avoid this giant projectile. Blocking, reflecting, dodge rolling, quick running, and even healing at just the right time makes this move a whole lot more manageable than most others. The final and easiest attack to avoid is the Glide Dash. He'll swoop down at you 3 times before landing. If you're at a far distance after any of these moves, use the Thunder command to keep him at bay, and make your way over to pull off a few combos on him. Something to keep in mind, any successive combo you pull off after the first one dramatically increases his damage rate until around the 5th combo, where his revenge value will kick in, sometimes leading to an unexpected counterattack. I mentioned that the battle was partially based on luck, and that all depends on his first move as he aggressively unleashes it until he reaches a health barrier. The Keyblade Glider and Glide Dash aren't so bad to avoid, but if your first attacks are the Drilling Thrust or Curse, well, good luck. The final attack that Terra is most likely to pull off anytime in the first phase is the bow that can drain your health dramatically. The easiest way to maneuver through this is to dodge roll in a rhythm. Most of the times Terra will shoot out 4 arrows, but a 5th one can shoot out in later stages of the fight. If even a single arrow gets you, pray that it slows down enough to hit the release command. Oh, and before I forget, Terra can pull out a whip at any time, but he really only uses it after the triple slide dash or as a counterattack. There's still a bit left to go, so let's do it. Once reaching the second phase, Terra is more likely than ever to bring out some drones to follow Sora. This can happen in the first phase, but it's a much more rare occurrence. You can destroy them, but if you're like me, the Super Glide is a much more tactful option. Although sometimes Terra can pull out his Keyblade Glider and even use Blizzard to catch you off guard. If any of these happen, I'm so sorry. Also, try dodge rolling again. Remember, since this is the second phase of the fight, every move can be brought out faster and stronger than before. This just happens to be where most of my deaths occurred. The last possible move that I know of is his Desperation move, which is signaled once the background goes dark. The first part of this assault is a flood of sword strikes. Using guard or reflect magic is helpful, but I'd highly recommend just guarding as there's a point of vulnerability after reflecting. As soon as that part finishes, 2 gears of energy will immediately surround Terra, which allow him to follow you. Super gliding is the best option here. Finally, another torrent of blade attacks. This is the only portion I'd recommend using reflect, unless you're confident enough in your guarding skills or are out of magic. And that's it, I've taught you everything I could figure out. But that's only if you want an epic battle. Here's how you actually beat him. I don't judge. But I kid you not, if you beat this battle the normal way, expect the fight to be around 17 to 20 minutes long. And you will die, probably many times. This is by far one of the most challenging bosses I've ever had to beat. I bid you all good luck. For people curious about level 1 critical mode, no. So, I guess that takes care of Kingdom Hearts and boss battle stuff for a while. Now to get back to that review. Oh, come on!